Hello, welcome once again to another episode of Open Talk. In today's episode, our guests are Wafa Al-Ubaidat, CEO of Obayan Hill, and Fatma Bassiki, co-brand manager of Imtiaz for Her. And they will talk to us about the Women Power Summit, powered by Imtiaz for Her, that will be held on the 6th and 7th of May at Sheikh Isa Cultural Center. Welcome to our show, Wafa and Fatma.
Thank you.
To start with, can you tell me what made you guys come up with the Women Power Summit?
So this has been about 2 years, in terms of thinking about the concept, and about 6 months of planning. Our vision was to hold the largest summit for women leaders in the MENA region, and we approached 60 key stakeholders in the country, and we got incredible feedback. Our journey with Imtiaz for Her starts by us pitching this concept to Dr. Adil and the Imtiaz for Her team, and presenting them with the opportunity to partner with us as key sponsors for the summit. And we found that they were one of the key drivers of the entire event. They have, and I'll leave the floor to Fatma to add to that, but they decided to come on board as key partners and supporters of the project. We've designed the summit because we've really felt that we needed a place where we can start talking about the fact that we need more women in leadership roles. We want to bridge the gender equality gap here in Bahrain. We also want to start the conversation on how we can do that. So we have really ambitious, exciting, very positive goals, and we want to be part of the ecosystem that can empower that.
Yeah, for us and Imtiaz for Her, of course, what got us with Obayan Hill was the word women empowerment. Once we met with Obayan Hill and we shared the same values to empower women, which is what we do through our Imtiaz for Her credit card, we decided to go and power the summit and be the key sponsor for the summit. Of course, Imtiaz for Her is the first ladies credit card in Bahrain and the only ladies credit card which offers many features and many benefits and discounts for the ladies. And that is where we came in line with Obayan Hill to create this ecosystem for women in Bahrain together.
So how important is, as women, seeing women we have seen progress in women empowerment in Bahrain. How important is to have a group of women, as I believe you guys have around 50 women that will be more than 50.
Yeah.
And I believe they're from different age groups. Can you tell me, how did you guys select these women?
So I'm going to backtrack a little bit. So we're really focusing on the statistic that Bahrain is quite low in the gender equality gap report according to the World Economic Forum in 2017. Now let's also credit Bahrain and all its incredible efforts for years and years and years to empower and offer equal opportunity for women in the country. So we are just part of a much bigger puzzle piece and a much part of a bigger story. We're not here to solve or fix a problem overnight, but we want to do our part to support the ecosystem. And I think what we're trying to do is achieve that through the summit. Now, at the very core of the summit, you have over 100 speakers from 20 nationalities and 13 different countries attending and coming to Bahrain, some of them for the very first time, to speak at our event. We have three tiers happening at the same time, 3 channels of events happening at the same time. We also have an activation space where we're offering free websites for tech companies, for startups to create their own platforms online. That's part of our KPI to make women more visible, whether it's through promoting their businesses or promoting themselves and creating personal websites for them. We also have a consultancy station with KPMG. We've partnered with them, and they're offering free consulting support to help companies scale their companies. And then we also have mentorship sessions that we are manually allocating in a section of our summit. So there's really a lot going on. We have the Imtiaz for Her merchants, which I'm sure Fatma can also elaborate on. And we have different areas where women can connect and network at the space. There's really a lot. Tickets are nearly $70, which is subsidized heavily by all our partners and our sponsors, including Imtiaz for Her. But you get breakfast, lunch, unlimited coffee, an amazing goodie bag, and access to over 50 channels of learning.
And of course, I want to stress on the merchant point that Wafa mentioned. Through Imtiaz for Her, we're creating this ecosystem with our merchants. We're offering more than 150 discounts, instant discounts and offers to all Imtiaz for Her cardholders, which is the first of its kind initiative in the Kingdom of Bahrain when we talk about credit cards. And we're offering them a space in the Women Power Summit to connect with these attendees, especially our women entrepreneurs. And that is how we want to elevate, you know, women entrepreneurs, women business owners and all of that. At the same time, of course, with Ubayn Hill, we're offering this access to women to network, and that's why we're proud of this partnership. Of course, when we launched Imtiaz for Her, the key element or the key role was women empowerment. We found out that women, you know, they are the key drivers when it comes to spend in their families. That's why we wanted to help women to do smarter choices when they spend or use their credit cards, and that's where the concept came and developed the credit card and the whole box. And that's what we're trying to, you know, reflect in the Women Power Summit on how a group of women can come together and work and do something for the Kingdom of Bahrain.
Of course, and we have seen that, and we would love to see that through the summit. Can you tell me who are the few of your speakers that you'll be having in the summit?
So we have so many, so I'm going to pick some of my personal favorite that I'm excited to see, but really we have an incredible roster of speakers. They're all on our website under the speakers tab on womenpower-summit.com, so you can also view them and see their profiles. Some of my favorite ones are Dr. Fatma Al-Balushi. She's Bahrain's longest serving female minister. She is wonderful. She's a mother. She's evolved and pivoted through so many different spaces in tech as an official, as a minister serving for the government, as well as now she's running her own foundation and her own trust. Another person I'm very, very excited about is Najah Shirawi. She's a CEO of SICO, one of the very few women who are decision makers and CEOs of an investment firm here in Bahrain. And we have Dima Al-Haddad, Vice Chairman of Al-Haddad Motors and former EDB board member and current Temkeen board member as well. So these are some of the ones I'm personally excited to hear on stage as they share their story, as they share their experience being in these incredible positions of power and seeing how they act as role models and supporting the community.
And they do indeed. Those three names are, I personally know two of them, and they are amazing in what they do.
Indeed.
Great.
And what about you, Fatma? Which one of these women?
I'm going to talk about the agenda.
Okay.
My personal favorite, which I came to try out, is the speed networking, which is you get an access of 50 incredible women.
Okay.
We're trying, what Wafa and the team is doing is to try to connect with these women, you know, and switch business cards and get that chance. We don't do that in you know, our daily routine. So creating this space for women to interact with each other every 2 minutes, you get to meet this incredible personalities, learn from their experience, and even connect afterwards. This is something I'm really excited about, and I can't wait to to attend. There are many initiatives. I mean, if we talk about them and what are the agenda and what are the things that's going to happen through the Women Power Summit, I think we need more than one episode.
Yes, yeah, we need a few, I think.
Well, that's amazing. The initiative is very great. Seeing all these women, the fact that you can attend and be a part of this is important, even for the youth, the younger generation. Would love to see something like that. So I believe you have few women, international women. Could you tell me who are they?
Sure. So our keynote speaker is an amazing woman called Greta. She's coming from Italy. Okay. She actually did an incredible TED Talk on being a CEO, but Chief Empathy Officer, and she's talking about how you can bring empathy into your business and as a leader. So that's going to be a fantastic discussion. She has a large following on TED, on her TED video, so we're very excited to have her. Nice. We have somebody called Louisa. Louisa is coming from Switzerland. She is absolutely amazing. She's also really heavily involved in education and innovation. We have Maryam Masalli coming from Saudi Arabia. She wrote a book called Under the Abaya, which has gone viral, and she's created her own platform called Under the Abaya, and it's a book revealing what women wear under the abaya to show their different personalities around the region, which is incredible. And it's a huge content creating platform, so she's asked people to submit their photos and put this in this incredible book, which became an exhibition. So nice. Really there's a lot, but these are the top three that I'm very excited about.
Okay, and so let's talk about, you have 2 days. What is going to be happening on the 6th and what's going to be happening on the 7th?
So on the 6th, we start from 8 a.m. till about 5 p.m. And there are sessions back to back, and then we break for lunch. But even during lunch, there's a roundtable session happening, which is more of an informal session, and everybody can grab a chair and get involved with the Q&A. In the evening of the first night, we have the speed networking event that Fatma mentioned. Day 2, we're screening Hinemi Malala, which is a film, which is a Netflix original, and we partnered up with the Malala Fund to actually showcase this for the first time in Bahrain. So they've been very generous with providing us the licensing at an incredibly affordable rate to be able to feature this here in the country. Nice. And we have an opening reception the night before, but May 6th and 7th will really, during the day, will be mirrored. They'll be very similar. So it starts off with a keynote session, and then it will move on to sessions happening in parallel. So you can come, have a cup of coffee, attend a session. You can go in and out of different sessions. It's meant to provide options based on your personal interests and how you wish to progress in your career and in your space as a leader.
Yeah, of course, and it makes each person interact with who their role models are, and so. So how has it been so far? How do you see people? Do you feel like there are a lot of people that want to be a part of this?
I'll tell you something. When Wafa approached us as sponsors and Bahrain Credit and Imtiaz for her, we were very excited to be part of such a project and such a huge event that will influence, the lives of women. I mean, that's the core of what our card speaks about. That's what our card's trying to convey to women. Imtiaz for her today, won 2 awards for being the best female credit card and also the most innovative credit card for the region. For a reason, because we are there, to back women and give solutions. And we saw that vision in the Women Power Summit. We saw that vision in the proposal given by Wafa and her team. And that is why day and night, our team are working to ensure that this event is successful.
Yeah, and I agree with Fatma. I think this event is powered by Imtiaz for her as a reason, and they were one of the first movers to get behind this space. Them along all our other incredible partners like Timkeen, the Economic Development Board, MOIC, the Chamber of Commerce, the Domain Hotel. What I've found is that once we got that initial validation and that support, there was an incredible domino effect of partners signing up. But really what I like the most is all these incredible women and the fan mail that we're getting on a daily basis from university students, from professionals saying, how can we help? Can we launch an initiative? Can I volunteer my time? And these are women who have kids, who are moving home, who are have full-time jobs, but they still want to dedicate some of their time to be a part of this narrative. So what I feel the summit is creating is an incredible community of women that support other women and who want to see this becoming very successful. So for me, I'm on an absolute high every single day and it's very fueling to see the impact of the summit and people trying to get tickets and people trying to get taking leave from their HR. I was going to say vacation, but it's not a vacation. And they're trying to get leave from their work and for them to attend. So, it's really exciting to see that women say we needed a platform like this to talk, to communicate, to network, and to talk openly about the challenges we're facing in the workplace or as entrepreneurs or as moms, to see how they can get that work-life balance. And I think that's what this whole space is about, is more empowerment, more women leaders, more opportunity, and more women who are able to, who can represent others in places of power and positions of power.
Of course. That's, as I said earlier, it's a very great initiative. Could you tell me about a few of the sessions? What will their topics be?
Do you want to say what's your favorite session first?
I like the session by Lina Alemi, the one that's talking about diversity on board. Basically, Wafa, I can literally say what you were always saying. There's a session going on having more women on boards, more women as board members. And this is actually one of my favorites, and I'm definitely going to attend because, as a woman, I do have dreams and I do have ambitions. So I want to know, how can I reach that level? How can I reach the goals I've set for myself? And there are many more initiatives, and Wafa can even explain more. The sessions are ongoing. So it's not just one session at a time. There are a few activities going on at the same time. So you get to pick where to go, what suits you best, and what suits your agenda.
I would say my favorite. My favorite session would be the one about women supporting women. So studies have shown that women don't want female bosses, but men also don't want female bosses. But we want more women in leadership roles. So we have an incredible session by women, a lot of them in the corporate world, that talk about the subject. Do women support women? Why don't they support each other? And how can we start shifting that culture to create a space where if one of us gets promoted and we're side by side, that we celebrate her and we're happy for her.
I mean, it's time to end that myth and just show people that women can work with each other and can work with, you know,
they do.
women
the fact
leaders.
that you guys are working together, that makes two women.
It's not just us; the whole team is
Exactly,
women. I mean, my co-brand manager is also a female, Noura Saati. Wafa's team is how many percent women?
We're 98% women.
MTS for her is 100% women. So we're all women trying, you know, to promote this event and promote women empowerment.
It is. It's important, and we should always do that. We should never stop empowering women, empowering youth. All that, it's very important to empower women. Any last words that you guys would love to convey to our viewers?
You go ahead, Wafa.
What would I like to convey? I would say, if you're attending, be present. These are people flying around, from around the world to be there for you to build a learning community and space. We've paid for a lot of these speakers to come and attend and speak, to share their story. We've trained them, we've worked with them to get them to share the right content on our empowerment stage. You know, put your phones away, really just be there in the moment, take advantage of all these amazing opportunities. Go on the website, try to really wrap your mind around the whole space and all the sideline activities. We have a run coming up April 28th, the Women Power Summit run at Isa Cultural Center. Come, let's run, walk, crawl, whatever you need to do to get across the finish line. But really engage with us and make the most of this opportunity, because it's a fantastic leap that you can kind of achieve in your career or in your life by attending the summit.
I just want to send a message. Join us, join us in empowering women. Join us in this movement. Join us to, bring the best out of us as women. Join us to make a statement. So all of these activities, all of these events have been planned. Starting from the sponsors to the events to the activities to the lunch and coffee, all of these details have been planned. So women leave this event in 2 days and they get this experience, this exposure, this network. This has all been thought of. So be there and join us in empowering women.
And I hope everyone would. I believe any woman out there.
So we'll see you there.
Inshallah, you would. I would love to be there.
Great.
Well, thank you both for being with us,
Thank
and
you.
I wish you all the best. And thanks for this great initiative.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Once again, our guests today were Wafa Al-Ubaidat, CEO of Obeyan Hill, and Fatma Bistiki, co-brand manager of Imtiaz for Her. Don't forget to sign up for the Women Power Summit that will be held from the 6th and 7th of May at Sheikh Isa Cultural Center. Thank you for watching Open Talk, and have a good evening.